Hello guys, what's up? The Dutchman, Ruben Buijs here. Now I know all of you guys, you watch my channel, you know, to stay informed and to hear the latest news when it comes to metal. I got a scoop for you. Tool has released a new album. Yes, you heard it here first. There's no need to thank me. Oh man, that was corny. All silly jokes aside, you know, I think the entire planet now knows that Tool has released a new album. The 30th of August. I think I've listened to the entire album maybe 4 times. What to say? Now that's a lot to take in. When I heard, of course, the first song, Inoculum, first song of the album, and it isn't a punch in the face like The Grudge or Stinkfist. It may even be underwhelming at first. Keenan already said that this album, biggest cliche in the universe, you have to listen to it a couple of times to fully comprehend it, to fully appreciate it. It's like a very slow movie. And immediately with the first song, I can remember the first time I heard it, because they released it, the first song they really released. Of course they played the Descending and Invincible during live shows. I've heard those, I've seen them twice this year. I think at both concerts they played those songs. Just that song, we're just talking about that song. It's very slow. But I myself was maybe a little bit disappointed. Again, it didn't blow me away. It seemed a little bit underwhelming. So you start to listen to it a couple of times, start to explore, so to say, start to listen, you know, am I missing something? And you listen to it again, you listen to it again, and you listen to it again. And then you start to realize that it's so addicting, it's so hypnotizing and atmospheric, the entire album. It's the most Toolish album, if that makes any sense. All the songs, the 7 songs, or 6 songs, all above 10 minutes, not counting Chocolate Chip Trip. All the songs are really our journeys, and there is so much to discover. Again, cliche, whatever. This album, it's still going. I can't review it right now. Again, this is really my first impressions I have of the album. Now that I've listened to it 4 times, it really is starting. It's such a fascinating album. And when you listen to it, you cannot expect, I think most of you are Tool fans just like me. You cannot expect to be just like the other albums. I mean, come on, this has been 13 years ago. These guys have grown, they have matured. They have seen things, experienced things in their lives. It changed them. Also with this album, it seems like it doesn't revolve about Keenan. It's really about the music. Which really makes this, which really sets the stage. Keenan is great on this album. Don't misunderstand me, but what I mean by that with the music being front and center, it's so well produced. It's so dominant. It has evolved in so many great ways. Again, production is really excellent, and my God. On all the songs, Danny Carey, absolute monster on this album. The drums have been absolutely divine, so well structured. on every song. My favorites, it's difficult to say because these songs are they're still growing on me, but really like Invincible, really like the lyrics of that one, Descending, Seven Tempest or Tempest, whatever, how you pronounce it, I don't care, which has some of the best guitar playing I've heard this year. That track, Chocolate Chip Trip, I don't know. That's the only thing I say. Also with that digital pack, those extra songs, those instrumental, electric tracks, whatever you want to call it, not really my thing, but maybe it has to grow on me. But I don't think those tracks are necessary, as I feel at the moment. I think it's a fantastic album. Those 7, when we just focus on those 7 songs, it is different, but it is still very much Tool. I don't think you run into an album that often and there's so much to explore, there's so much room to grow. Time will tell if this is a masterpiece. I have not decided yet. I need time. Silly. But I think you guys know what I mean. It is very good. Was it worth the wait 13 years? For me, at first it was a little bit underwhelming. I've listened to it and it don't, didn't engage me as I hoped. But then you start to listen to it again and again and again, and you're starting to get hypnotized. You're starting to hear the little nuances. You begin to appreciate the construction of the tracks. And I think, talking about this year, I think don't think there's anything like it. For example, I think it blows the album Empath of Devin Townsend out of the water. Maybe a strange comparison, but it's also an album, and I like that album, let that be clear. But Devin has released a lot in the last 13 years, so maybe that's not a totally fair comparison. But I give that example because so many people also looking forward to that album. And but it was like 13 years. But this again, there's no album this year that can compare, I think, already, and I think I will start to appreciate this album more. Maybe it was a little bit a strange comparison with Devin Townsend, I love Devin, but it just a comparison that so many people looking forward to this album, just as with Empath. And with this, time will tell if it's a masterpiece. Again, favorite track, I really love Invincible, but also love the Tempest. That guitar playing is really out of this world. It sounds great. They have matured. You really hear that in their music. Tracks have become longer. I think a little bit more complicated. Well produced. Excellent. Don't really care for the digital version, to be perfectly honest. Oh well. Then don't listen to it. Blah blah. Time will tell if this is a masterpiece. Contender for album of the year? Hell yeah. But still have to tell how good it is. But only time will tell. It has to grow. Excellent album. 2019 I think has been a great year for metal, and the year's not over yet. Still got a couple of releases coming up. I think you know which one I mean. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. Inoculum, great album, a masterpiece. Their best? I don't know. Give it time, my friends. Hope you can appreciate my rambling, and if you don't, that's perfectly fine. You know how it works on this channel. Let me know what you guys think. Do you already think it's a masterpiece? Was the letdown for you? You know how it works on this channel. Let me know, my friends. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, click on the like button. Subscribe if you like what I do. If you want, you can support me on Patreon. That would be awesome. I promise I'll do this for the rest of my life. See you soon, my friends. Bye bye.